Okay, round two. We have the green mana and we have the loam larva, but if we don't draw a land here, we're in big trouble. I think we got them all. Alright, this hand's actually pretty good. Surprisingly. Since we get to go Savant into Chain Mage, and then we've got ourselves a little engine that could. How badly do I want a translator? I guess not that bad. Let's bottom this one. Still would like a black man in case something not good happens to our Savant. Alright. Summoner. Alright. So I can attack into this. I guess if my opponent has Reproach, I would prefer them not to use it. I'm not going to attack with the Savant. I'd rather just have a turn 3 Chain Mage guaranteed than get in 1 point of damage and possibly get Gideon reproached. Even though a reproach on a Savant's not that big of a deal. Ooh. I feel like our late game plan's likely better than our opponent's. Ooh. Omnath, you say? Got a little work, but we're getting closer to Omnath than you might think. Yeah, it's pretty good. Let's just play the Summoner and then... I mean, we're actually 1 mana away from Omnath next turn, which is pretty insane. We can also play Matter Reshaper now, but then, well, that might actually be... Might actually be worth our while. I guess I don't mind trading a Chain Mage for a Spawnbinder either. Because we've got the Baloth Null. Let's offer the trade. Another reason to offer the trade is it makes our Reshaper better against the offshoot. Plus, bringing back Chain Mage with our Baloth Null gives our Baloth Null actual use. So, it seems right. We're going to play the Reshaper, though. I mean, now we're like some lands away from Omnath, but Radiant Flames is interesting. Not quite good enough on this board, I'm afraid, but we'll pass. All right. All right. Tolerable. Can double block the Path Warden. If he has Combat Trick, we're in a little bit of trouble. No attacks. Oh, man. Well, we wouldn't have been... Well, yeah, it's okay. All right. Oh, it's a good draw. Let's do the Endbringer. Hmm. Alright, let's attack with Matter Reshaper here. If I get a land, I can play Omnath. You can't really block the Matter Reshaper either because of Endbringer. Alright, not going to play Baloth, no need. I think he's probably building towards a big Eldrazi. Or a Nightwatch. Oh, that's kind of cool synergy. Can't draw a card. Well, that's a good draw, I guess. Why don't we attack with the Reshaper again? Although I guess I can just O-Strike and then, well, let's do that. I could offer the trade here. Makes our Baloth Null more useful. Alright. So I can cast Omnath. We're going to wait on that, though. We're going to play Baloth Null. And the reason being, I want to be able to play Omnath as well as play land in the same turn. It's much, much better. Should have attacked with Reshaper again. Alright. Alright, so we attack with Baloth Null. Go Omnath, so red, red, green, green. Snap concession. Opponent not even interested in playing that one out. Alright, so it seems like a good match for us. If our opponent's mid-range, our late game plan is second to not a lot. So I definitely feel good about that. Plummet just for a Classroom Nightwatch, probably not worth it. And then nothing else really in terms of sideboard that I can think of. Pulse Rasa worked well against aggro, but probably not good here. Reclaiming Vines, if we see isolation zones, but our opponent's snap conceded to Omnath, which makes me think they didn't have it, or maybe they were just frustrated. I don't know. But we don't need to bring those in until we see Stasis Snare or Isolation Zone. All right, let's try this again. Actually, I guess, no, Radiant Flame seems fine, actually. There's quite a few things that can hit. Okay, we're in game 2. This is definitely a mulligan, seeing as we don't have any lands. All right, we're gonna keep this though. This is. Do we want our? I don't really want that. I mean, granted, it lets us cast Matter Reshaper and the other thing, but I think we're gonna look for some cheaper gas here. All right. Well, no 2-drop from him. That's good news. Uh-oh. Glad we bottomed that one land, but still getting a lot of land. At least our opponent's not doing anything. That's good news. Grave Birthing. Hey, that was actually a great draw. All right. I think we're not gonna Oblivion Strike that yet. I'd rather him pay for the landfall because it eats up his turn, and then I'll O-Strike it after I play a Chain Mage. Hey, what do you know? Omnath. Still a ways away. Not closer than you might think, though. I mean, closer than you might think. Path Warden. Well, that's a good draw, too. I still think we're going to go with the Chain Mage plan. I think we want to hold up on that. Want to hold up on that Path Warden. We want to just hard cast it and get closer to this Omnath. Once again, though, I would prefer to not play Omnath the turn that if I can't play a land the same turn as Omnath, I prefer to not play it. It opens it up for Isolation Zone and such. I want to at least be able to get a 5/5 and an Isolation Zone or a Stasis Snare out of my opponent's hand. I really wouldn't mind if he paid for the landfall here. I would be completely okay with taking 5 and just O-striking it then. Warden of Geometries, sure. I'm also okay with making this trade. Chain Mage is irrelevant to our long-term plan. Slaughter Drone, okay. Let's go Path Warden here. Can actually use the Chain Mage too, which is pretty cool. So I guess we'll do that. This is going to work well for us. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to get that land with Loam Larva, so let's O-strike here. Alright, opponent just doesn't really want to play the game. So, okay. I guess we'll go to the final round here. Too bad, too. I really wanted to play Omnath and do some spicy stuff. Alright, we'll see you in round 3.